Welcome to my freestyle core workout. This was just me kind of hanging out at the studio, thinking of something that I felt like doing, and you can join along. So start on the back, and I want you to bring your hands to belly, tabletop your legs. So when you put your hands to belly, you're going to feel that feedback, that core engagement. I'm going to do a slow bicycle legs, not incorporating the upper body. I want you to feel like when you extend one leg at a time, you almost feel elongation of the abdominals and that extra sensation. Trying to make it so you don't feel the hip flexors, the hip crease area, and more abdominal. So that's why I like the hands on the belly for that feedback. If you feel your low back, place a cushion underneath. And after about 8 of those, I want you to press your hands to the tops of your legs, your quads. Press, press, press. Lift your head and shoulders and find that engagement. Option 1. Option 2, left arm, left leg, extend out. Come back in, other side. Right arm, right leg, and come back in. So it's the same concept of feeling that engagement through the abdominals, but through stillness, through the torso, and that movement of the limbs. I find that really important to really figure out how to do versus just moving the arms and legs just kind of haphazardly and starting to feel the low back. And then hug your knees in, because that is a fair amount to start. Then bring your nose towards your knees, same idea. This time both arms, both legs reach out and sweep the arms around and hug your shins in. What I see a lot from students is the head dropping down, so try not to move head and torso. The only moving parts, the arms and legs here. I always think of like fancy Olympic diver, find that engagement. Not that I'm a diver at all, but that's just what I see. Last couple here. And then hold, find that length, and then relax down. Shake it out. Keep holding onto your shins instead of the backs of your legs. Roll like a ball. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want to make it harder, elbows connect to knees and try to keep them connected. The feet will have to move a little bit, but it just makes it a little bit more exciting. After a couple, find your seated butterfly. Well deserved. You can shake it out, find stillness, whatever you need. Okay. From here, plant your feet, grab your shins, lifting up nice and tall. Then lean your torso back, kind of at a 45-degree angle, arms straighten. Find the sense of length through your low back and belly. Keep the belly hugging in, release your arms out. Then slowly lift and lower your arms. Now, the thing I want you to think about with this is not moving the torso. So it's like same kind of theme. Think about what's moving and what's still, and keep them in the same category. The neck might want to engage, try to keep it out of it, and find that length, hold. Let's stay in it, why not? Lean back a bit, hover the feet, and then maybe lift your shins parallel to the ground. That does make it harder though. So we're basically doing the same thing from a boat pose. Why I like to start with the feet on the ground first is to really feel the hips relax, chill out, and you can feel more abdominal engagement. The hips will engage a little bit, that's fine, it's just not a huge amount. And then find that length, hold, hold, hold. And then when you've had it, flop down, butterfly or something else. Honestly, I don't know if the specific stretch actually matters, it's more just chilling out after. Find that engagement, then relaxing. Okay. From here, come to all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And then when you're ready, you're going to move through your cat-cow slowly round and arc your spine. If your wrists are not feeling this today, you can come onto your fists or forearms. We'll be playing with some, or just actually one variation of push-ups. Again, if that does not work for you, hold the plank pose instead, either on the palms or forearms. As you can see, I'm trying to start from the tailbone and kind of go all the way up to the head each time so I can really feel piece by piece of the spine. All right, from here, just a quick wake up of the hands. So reach your arms out in front of you, really splay through the fingers and full close, full open of the hands. You can start off slow, or if you'd like to go a little bit faster, you can go as fast as you feel comfortable with, but be mindful that you keep that full range of motion. You might find you don't want to fully do that. That's normal, especially if you haven't done it before. You'll start to feel the forearms waking up, feel the wrists a little bit, and just really find that strength and just chill it out now. Roll it through those wrists, shake it out. You can go longer if you'd like. Alrighty, so from here we'll play with the push-up variation. I've been playing with supported camel, so check, I'm sticking my bum out first. Now I want you to lengthen through your tailbone and lift up through your belly, broaden your collarbone, lengthen the back of your neck. And I really like to set up first because sometimes we forget, especially with a challenging push-up. I like to keep my shins on the ground for this just to feel more grounded and watch the bums not sticking out. So I see all the time, you want to kind of that tuck of the pelvis, length through your neck, broad through the chest. And then for this, I'm going to tap my sternum, the center of my chest, and belly at the same time, lower and lift. That way, I really kind of can check in with the alignment because preferably you're on a flat surface while you're doing this. It just really helps find the alignment. You can press more into your finger pads to feel the forearms wake up, find your breath. Last few. And when you're ready, child's pose. So I like to do things in reps of 8 or 16, just because it's easier to remember, but also it just seems like a nice number. If you ever want to repeat, you definitely can. This is a short sequence though, so for time's sake, we're just gonna do one. Let yourself soften in your child's pose, and then when you're ready, you're gonna come forwards to your belly. Anyway, like through a plank or just kind of ripple down. And start in a Sphinx pose, so prop up onto your forearms. This allows you to find that length in your whole torso. Then tuck your toes, curl up through the abdominals, squeeze the bum, then lift your knees up. Now, to really check in with if the bum's lifted or not, I want you to crawl your feet towards your elbows and then crawl your way back. I'll do this a few times, and then every time you come down to that forearm plank, I want you to think about engaging the belly and glutes. It's up to you how far you want to walk, especially if you're not used to it. It will feel intense for the upper back. So again, keep the neck chill. The only goal here is to keep your head up. And then really feel the squeezing of the glutes, the broadness of the chest, and you're just going to hold. So sometimes, I like to hold to fatigue. When I was making this video, I was ready for my second lunch, so I didn't hold it as long. And then you can make your way to your Sphinx pose, and then all the way to your belly. Give a little shake out. I like to get a little bit of posterior chain work, glutes, some low back strength through swimmers. So when you're ready, I want you to reach your arms out. I like the palms to face each other. And then kind of drag your chest up a bit. Squeeze the bum, lift your legs up, maybe lift your arms up, then opposite arm and leg. The key here is try not to sway the torso side to side. I want you to find the sense of stability through your torso as you find movement through your limbs. Go as fast as you feel you can stay in control. Faster is not necessarily better if you're losing your alignment. And then when you're ready, flop down, shake it out. I was trying to think of a fancy transition, but let's just like roll on the back any way you'd like to get there. It can look fancy, it can just be a roll, whatever you want. When you're on your back, plant your feet. And let's play with a little bit of moving bridge, just to really find that neutral spine. Just gonna peel your bum, mid back, upper back off the mat, and then root it down. Doing this a few times. And it's just, moving bridge is just a nice thing to do if you feel especially kind of stuck through the back. And then after about 4 or so, hands back to belly, tabletop your legs. Find that engagement, and then this time you're going to lift your head and shoulder blades and lower down. Now, if you feel your low back take over, plant your feet on the mat instead. But we've been working with a fair amount of core already, so I believe you're warm enough for this. And then you're going to lift up, hold, and then from here, you're going to diamond out your legs. You can't really see. because I was a one-man show with this video today. But you're going to tap your toes towards the ground. They don't have to touch, and lift up. Try to keep that low back from moving around too much. Nice. And then we're going to do slow motion bicycle. Each time I want you to lower down, and then full like recruitment of the muscles, lift, twist, and lower. You don't have to find movement through the legs. Just find stillness instead if that feels better. So why I like to go slower with this is you can really feel what muscles are engaging, and when we go faster, sometimes momentum has a tendency to sneak in. Okay, on your right elbow to left knee, you're going to pause and pulse. Try not to move the legs. And like my legs are moving a little bit, that's okay if they move a little bit. And then switch sides. When you're ready, little tiny pulse. But you don't want them to move like a huge amount in a way that starts to affect your torso. And then take a little chill out sesh after that. Extend your legs out up to the ceiling. And then from here, we're going to grab hold of that right leg, lift our head and shoulder blades. Some of you know this one quite well. Make a loop with your arms and lift and lower the torso. Again, the legs will move maybe a little bit, but try to keep the movement minimal and just with the torso. Can't see in this video, but I'm like spreading out through the toes and really find that engagement. And we're just like switching side to side, doing about 4 to 8 each side, and then staying lifted, just switching scissor kicks, finding your breath. And again, you don't want to feel your low back. Once you feel that, the abs are no longer engaging. Plant your hands beside you. Now lift your bum up and then lower your legs down to 45. Now this is what I see in class when some people want a little extra at the end of class. However, I see a lot of people using momentum. So it's like you really want to, like, there's momentum a little bit to lift the hips up, and then you have that control to lower down. Then to make it harder, stay at that 45-degree angle. Lift your head and shoulder blades and tap your heels so that you can see more of the shadow than my actual feet. That's okay. And then relax down because it's hard. That's it. So you're going to shake out your legs because it just feels good. Feels great. And then plant your feet mat distance wide. Just give a little slow windshield wipe, relaxing through your hips and low back. And this is the time you can kind of freestyle with whatever stretches you want as well. And then sometimes instead of Shavasana, I like to do like a knock-kneed pose. So knees together, feet wide, and relax hands to belly and just let yourself chill out. That was hard. But you guys did great. You can stay here as long as you want, and when you're ready, you're going to reach your arms and legs out long, slow roll your way up, and you made it. Thanks for joining me.